Hello everyone, I am the plane shifter phasing to the universe of Pyre. And what passes for cooking supplies here, Edwin used it to do most of the cooking, but now he's liberated. Yes, we liberated Edwin last episode. Let's see what will happen to this band now. He was one of the people that actually kept this band together. And I have a few more revealed pages. Let's read. The Fate united under many Main, the Alpha Chief. He is brash, but follows his traditions. He prizes faith, discipline, and honor, qualities he seems to lack at first. He formed the Fate under the precepts of olden bylaws of his four-legged ancestors. They believed in a certain natural order in the way of things. Many Main wanted for the Fate to likewise show respect. Initially, he only chose from other curs. He, however, urged the Fate to replenish their numbers from any race or ethnic group to his willing. Thus shall they anticipate what is to come with open eyes and minds, and never frown upon what is in store for them. And what else? On mercy. Mercy is the beating heart of a truly free society. Mercy even for the perpetrators of the darkest deeds. I like this. As early Solian Moore drifted in an ocean of regret, he found their mercy, or rather, it found him, and it saved his life. Mercy, freedom, they are intertwined. A society which raises a clenched fist against its own shall follow the doomed path of the Empire of Sa. Ours shall be a merciful society. May the perpetrators of the darkest deeds be sent to join us here, where they may learn as we have. Mercy shall engender union among all of our different kind. We shall stand shoulder to shoulder, equals in the same society. Why do I have a feeling that the Commonwealth might have forgotten the basis in which it was founded? It definitively looks like so. Well, let us go forth. I like that Jody is out with Pamita. Next one I want to liberate, it's Rake. Let's see if I can do that. Failing that, it will be Jodariel. If I liberate Rake, Jodariel will be the third one. I will free the original trio. A small landing on the dark side of the sacred mountain. Let's go to the Moonlight Alcove. You once again find yourself amid the serene walkways of Moonlight Alcove. Here you can wait the time until the stars deign to shine for you again. Oh, by the way, if there's noises coming in, it's because it's very hot today and I'm not closing my windows. Anything happening inside? Wolfred is studying in private. Jody is cleaning her armor. Hamid is looking for something to do. Gilman is fixing his helm. Okay. Yeah, hot. I don't want hot. Rice picking at her food. Tizo is napping. Tarek is keeping a lookout. Sandra is wistful about something. And Rake is out in a stroll. You have anything to say? My lovely reader comes to me again. To what do I owe the pleasure? Not on your mind. Okay. I shall bid you farewell. Take care of yourself. Get some battle rods. And let us bide our time. We have returned to a place of respite. Please make yourselves comfortable, such as you can. We are at the mercy of the stars, but I expect they shall shine bright again in time. As for me, I shall return by then, for there is something I must do. There, from atop the sacred mountain, you gaze down into the abyss that is the downside. You wonder when the stars shall align themselves once more. There, upon the sacred mountain, you and your companions once more wait the night the stars begins to shine again. The plan of which you are all a part is set in motion. The Commonwealth, a nation that stood the most for 1,000 years, is in turmoil. If your companions return there through the liberating rites, what sort of place shall they be coming back to? Many moons pass. I really want to know what's happening to Hedwin. One evening, amid a downpour with no interest whatsoever in relenting, Volfred requests everybody to convene. You understand he has an announcement of some sort. Soon everyone is assembled. Rites of the Flame, okay. And Volfred regards the group. Everyone, there is an aspect of our plan which I've not talked about with you at length. Don't you think we should have done it earlier, like before we had one of us liberated? Look around at your companions. What do you see in them? He lets the question hang a moment in the air. I'll tell you what I see in all of you, in all of us. I see in all of us a living vision of the scribes themselves, each one among them hailing from the different tribes which later formed the Commonwealth. My observations does not come from pompousness, I think. Rather, I believe the scribes themselves desirous, or shall I say desire such a course. Together, they created all the ceremony of which we are now a part. The exiles liberated through their rites went on to found the Commonwealth based on their values and their teachings. Thus, an instrumental aspect of our plan is to embody the spirit and the culture from which the Commonwealth arose so many centuries ago. That way, when we are all united on the other side in solidarity, the people all shall see that we reflect the values they yet cherish in their hearts, not merely our own. Anyway, we are still missing one key representative on behalf of Molten Militant. Fourth of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Impassionate the Wild Witch. The mistress of fire and dust claimed she could shatter the world with a flick of her wrist. And I happen to know a certain bog dweller who I think shall fit the part most splendidly indeed. He motions for someone to approach. Oh, he brought her here. A certain bog dweller slithers forward, recognize her straightway. It's my pleasure to introduce you to a dear old friend of mine whom I believe you've met. Welcome to the Nightwings, Bertrude. The bog dweller called Big Bertrude utters something guttural by the way of a greeting. We are to understand that ye require further aid from us. Yes, dear Bertrude, the time has come. Bertrude is here, is far and away the most accomplished alchemist whom I have ever met. You soon will find that she knows much about the rites as well. Bertrude looks you and your fellow exiles, each in turn. We're fighting it, apparent. Yes, you are kind of intimidating. But I don't hold anything against you. You were a big help back then. I do hope we can go past appearances and actually make good acquaintances. Everyone is silent as Bertrude searched their expressions. Then trembles my ones, and hold well thy tongues, lest we remove them. She takes her leave without another word. Please excuse Bertrude's blunt manner. I guarantee she shall more than make up for it. Well, Chiorette showed us a demonstration of what she's capable of doing, and I was very pleased. Everyone disperses. It seems now that the ranks of the Nightwings are complete. Bertrude joined the group. You sense her powerful presence. Welcome her aboard. Now then, my kin, perhaps you notice that the stars are bright once more up there behind these stubborn rings. Meaning, it's time we got back to business. True. Indeed, once more, several stars shine bright within the cold and stormy sky. Choose your path towards salvation. Trieste, Jomware, and a military. How is the plan going? I definitively do not want anybody from the withdrawn to be my opponent on the right. Or be liberated. Too bad I send the fate back to last position. Okay. These guys are losing a lot. I like it. Corrupted opportunists who mean to use the rights for selfish gain. Prisoners of wars whose hatred for the Commonwealth runs deep. Caught fighting brands and concerned about what is at stake in all of this. The righteous traditions have given way to ruthless and spite. Also known for their spirit and bravery, now craving laughing stock. Alright then. I have an opportunity to face the dissidents. Also the accusers. And the Pyre hearts. I believe. Oh, I can activate and deactivate the titans here? No, I can only look at their constellations. Alright then. I believe I will choose the dissidents. We're gonna be butting heads against the old Barker again, are we, Isham? Guess it helps to know ahead of time so I can brush up on my groveling. He then shares with you what he knows of your next opponent. Barker Ashpals, a volatile core whose pack the dissidents conduct the rites more so for thrill than freedom. I shall keep you here so that you can have more thrills. Back on the other side, Barker never quite took the culture of the Commonwealth and often ran afoul of the law for various acts of boorishness or vandalism. I shall try to keep you down here for quite a while. He always promises to go straight, and in time he found a certain niche, for he was an accomplished hunter. And the people of the Commonwealth did have an appetite. Barker relished the hunt more than anything and spent his earnings on a variety of questionable things. One particular miraculous evening, Barker was caught relieving on himself on the foot of the statue of the Archjustice Androbellus IV, the Grand Judge who, in 1670 AS, I don't know what AS stands for, issued a decree prohibiting literacy and in answer to growing unrest. Those who violate the law of the Commonwealth face sentencing by the appointed Archjustice. Well, You know what? I'm starting to like you. Poop on that guy's statue all you want. Alright then, I'm so sorry I have chosen you. If I have the opportunity to face you in a liberation rites, I won't mind losing to you. In the downside, it seems he caught the notice of the dissidents, who in turn must have observed his speed, ferocity and fearlessness. He's now the best of them. Barker's reputation grew among the exiled curs of the Journey Valley region, where he is feared and unafraid of taking what he wants. Not long after flashing me down, I was just trying to make ends meet and made a deal with him. In hindsight, let's just say it was a bad idea. He could make my life go real sorry if he wants. Anyway, I better go pass out. We got a long few days ahead. You wish Rocky a restful evening. In turn, it's too late to take flight. To tomorrow you can press on. Yeah, Rocky, I'm going to work on getting you out of his presence. Or at least a bit farther. Oh. Bertrude. You find Big Bertrude looking about the black wagon in a disapproving way. She fixes her gaze on you. Her expressions does not change. Such a clutter added to this wagon since we looked upon it last. Unsightly. We remember thee from our bold and flagging hands. Then there must be the reading one to whom Senna would refer. She moves in close, studying you. Recall that the mere touch of a bog crown of the southern box can induce paralysis or worse. Oh. A distant region of the Commonwealth left well alone despite technically being a part of the nation. The cold and forbidding marshlands are home to the bog dwellers of Sar, colloquially known as the Crones. That one such as they can extract meaning from that tome. It was a feat we wished to witness for ourselves. Thy flesh has seen but the smallest fraction of the years which ours withstood, and yet we are expected to believe that thou canst understand the Book of Rites. Then she backs away, for someone else has joined her. Hail, Bertrude, madam. Is everything to your liking at this time, or is there something more which you require? We have been unable to locate a supply of rootworm gizzard extract among thy belongings. Other than that, we shall lodge no complaint at present. We? Why does she refer to herself as we? Interesting. It is possible that Wolfred has a small supply among his possessions here. If you would care to accompany me, we may yet procure some. That would be agreeable with us. Us? Then after you, madam. As they depart, you think you see the lone minstrel nod his head your way. Jody practicing lunges, Wolfred keeping an eye on things. Pumped is off on her own. Sir Gilman is flexing his coils. Rai is gathering in feed with Rocky. Okay. Diesel is up in the rafters. Rocky is gathering in feed with Rai. Tarek is nearby. What would be... Oh, okay. Bertrude's decks. Unusual etched cards depicting the greater titans, probably for curses and enchantments. And she's nearby. I found cool. I should avoid touching much of these. Come to notice you with her bottle of moonshine. Drink up, by all means, darling. Nice to find a child after my own heart. She moves in close and lowers her voice. Let me tell you a little secret. That Pluto there?
Lisramedaste.
It's enchanted. Never run the rats, ever. Believe me, if it could, I would have known by now.
Pyre tabre melius.
Apparently it was some spring old bog crone that once tried to make a never-ending poison, but kept failing utterly, till she threw away her life's work in disgust.
Dramiga.
I fetched a good price for it. Decided to take a swim one day while in the hunt for Tummy when things weren't going quite as well for me as they are now, you understand?
Bevenvedametas.
Turns out that stuff pretty good considering for sharing, darling. Just everything in moderation and so on, hun.
Mm-hmm.
She takes a drink herself and she brushes by you. Okay. Can I track Bertrude's? That was an interesting piece of extra content I did not expect. Well, let's read the book. Rites of the Flame. Julian Moore. With his blackened nails do I hereby inscribe the rites of flame. The bylaws shall be written here in full. We the eight decree that the rites as a test of one's true worth in body, mind, and spirit. Now until the stars abandon us, this shall be binding law within the downside. Those deeming worth in the rites are to regain their freedom from the downside and return from whence they came. Exiles shall conduct the rites as one of the 9 triumvirates and look towards the stars for guidance on their path. Exiles shall bear this book as status. Alright. Oh, there's more? Essential structure. The essential structure of our rite shall be as follows. Were chosen by the stars within the dark of night shall 2 triumvirates stand in a position far enough afield besides their consecrated pyre symbolizing their resolve. In each triumvirate, the 3 shall act as one, to demonstrate a trust in one another, not just in themselves. Triumvirates shall endeavor to extinguish the pyre of their adversary, whose flames are only to be staunched through a celestial orb descended from the stars. Whosoever pyre remains burning shall prevail. The triumvirates are to disperse. More. Searching the stars. We the 8 have seen the turning of the stars from now until the ending of our age. Heed their guidance and ours. The stars take many cyclic turns, the rites commence at their behest, upon celestial landmarks where the downside's greater titans fell before the heavens. Bearing this book bestowed on you, your triumvirate, you, the reader, shall perceive under which stars you are to congregate. Follow where the lead, as your adversaries shall. If either of you fails to appear, then either of you walks the path. Whether you prevail or you fail, from that point the stars shall guide you on. Before each rite. The rite shall not commence unless the necessary preparations are complete at the celestial landmark ere the stars align. Exiles shall conduct the rites bearing this book, of which there are but 40 copies, each bound in astral hide. Exiles shall wear the sacred raiments fashioned in your likeness at the summit of Mount Aloriel. Their identities are to be concealed, for they shall represent us all. Exiles shall set a metal sigil for their pyre, and consecrate the grounds using the words, "The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours." The heavens shall respond when all is set. Law of 3. During the rite, each triumvirate shall act as one, unerringly and without question. The disobedient shall suffer banishment or permanent expulsion. Exiles shall move as of a single mind to demonstrate their faith and recognize that they, as we the Eight, cannot prevail alone. Their worth shall be determined both by their actions and their peers. Triumvirates lacking experience in this may designate a reader whose focus on this book may help others coordinate. However, only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path towards enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. The rule that Walfred mentioned. The burning pyre. At the appointed time, at the aligning of the stars, the heavens shall rain down upon the ground sufficiently prepared, and thus the two opposing pyres shall be set ablaze. Thus shall commence the rite. Triumvirates are to protect their pyres as they would their lifeblood. Lifeblood itself is never to be shed, before, during, or after any rite, lest the disobeyer suffer permanent expulsion. Exile is injury enough. The rite is an act of mercy. Fear not the purifying flame, plunge into it headlong and without fear, for you shall be protected by the stars themselves. Seek freedom in the flame. The Aura. The tiles bearing the remains in this book reveal their hidden inner aura in the color of their flame. The aura is the exile's solitary weapon in the rites. Should one's adversary cross one's aura, the adversary shall be banished. Banishment is fleeting nothingness. Seek the pyre's light and to make your return. The exile's presence shapes the aura. Exiles gain greater aura while standing side by side with their triumvirates, for we gain strength together. Exiles may cast their aura throughout sheer force of focus on this book. The Celestial Orb. As the two flames are lit, so shall the Celestial Orb fall from the heavens. But one such orb shall be availed by the stars, requiring triumvirates to vie for it. Its cosmic connection to the flames and the raiments in this book bestows the necessary qualities for its better to prevail. Effortlessly sails the orb between the three in a triumvirate. It seeks the grasp of whosoever acts among the three. Once grasped, the orb shall draw within it all the better's aura fueled by the triumvirate's own flame. It is to be cast into the flame. The Path. In this rite we gain enlightenment, whether we prevail or we fail. Indeed, through failure do we tend to learn the most valuable lessons. Provided we survive, none among us have prevailed without end. Exiles who walk the path toward enlightenment shall, at times, be struck by an epiphany and achieve mastery in some respect. Choose well amongst those blessings we bestow, thus you may yet achieve your potential and surpass your adversaries. Whenever you prevail, your triumvirate earns favor. In time, the triumvirate with the most favor shall be summoned to the liberation rite to earn a chance at freedom. Then the cycle shall begin anew. Lots of rules! It's way bigger than I expected. Liberation. The liberation rite takes place upon the fall of Solian under blooded moon, witnessed by the heralds from the stars. Tarek and what's the name of the woman again? Can't recall, but you know who she is. There, the most favored triumvirate shall confront the one which we appoint. Those two triumvirates first shall pass through Scribe's Gate, where their worth shall be assessed under the stars. Only the most enlightened exiles within each triumvirate may be anointed for a chance at freedom. Two of their companions shall support them whilst they strive. The anointed champion of the triumvirate which prevails then shall plunge into the shimmer pool and return in glory. And that's about it. Is that all, Mr. Book? Yes, thank you. Well, Sandra is blossoming. Anything on your mind? Why, hello, my lovely reader. What might I do for you? Nothing. Okay. Into our next appointment. Arguing with the phantom. Alright. actually with that, I must call this a day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am the plane shifter, and I'm phasing out.